Good evening, good people. Welcome to my channel. Baldhead Hereford here, coming on to give you guys a reading for Gemini. So if you are a Gemini sun, Gemini moon, Gemini rising, or you just have a ton of Gemini placements, this reading is going to be for you. But before I get started, let me welcome all of my newcomers and welcome back to all of my returnees and OGs. Okay, so I appreciate each and every last one of you. Okay, so I know that I'm speaking to Gemini because as I was meditating on the cards, the Lovers card came out and the Emperor card came out. So I feel like I'm speaking to a Gemini who has had to make some type of decision, you over someone. I feel like I'm talking to the type of Gemini who you may were juggling something and you were losing yourself in it. So something made you, universally, you were made to make a decision. Okay, you were made to just make a decision. You had to make a choice, because trying to do both things or trying to keep both people in mind, trying to use some type of leverage just wasn't working. So I feel like I'm speaking to Geminis who just had to make a decision, and the decision could have been between two people, or it could have been you or the other thing. Because sometimes when that Lovers card comes out, it's not always about relationship. Sometimes it's about you choosing you over a relationship, right? Especially if the relationship is causing you to feel powerless, if it's causing you to feel like you're always compromising and accommodating, and you're not getting that in return. So we're gonna pull more cards and just see exactly where this energy is for you, Gemini. So again, pull up if you are Gemini sun, Gemini moon, Gemini rising, or if you just have a lot of Gemini placements. Okay, spirit of love, spirit of life, spirit of wholeness, thank you for guiding this reading. Thank you for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about a message that will be conducive, resourceful, or relative to the collective of Gemini that will soon be here. Show us what you know, sweet spirit. Ashe. All right. Oh, that wanted to flip out. So we have the Queen of Wands. That's your first card. Well, I feel like, because with the Queen of Wands coming out and the Emperor card that came out, I feel like whatever decision you made, you feel back in your power, or you just feel powerful. Maybe you never lost your power. Maybe you were always in your power, Gemini, and maybe the decision that you just had to recently make just confirmed, how powerful, not powerful, how powerful you really are. Okay. Death and rebirth. Yeah, I absolutely believe that you encountered something that brought you to a higher level of yourself. It feels like some type of major transformation took place. All of this is to the good, whatever this transformation was, because that's what the death card is all about. It's just about, a transformation within. Some of you Geminis were struggling with something that was pulling you away from your power. Okay, I trust what I'm feeling right now, because I feel also that there was some type of, you knew that you wanted and needed a change. You wanted and needed something new. But you may have been stuck in something. I don't know if it was a job. I don't know if it was a relationship. I don't know if it was a mindset or some type of pattern or behavior. But I do believe that you were very determined to beat it. You were determined to stay on it and stay over it, stay on top of it. You knew that you were not going to allow it to take you out or, take you down. And maybe that's why I'm seeing this Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is someone who's very in control, very powerful. The Queen of Wands is someone who doesn't do a lot of talking. It's all action. Okay. Excuse me. Also, it's someone who knows that whatever they touch, whatever they lay their hands on, whatever they bless, it is transformed and it is changed for the rest of its life. So you know that you are a very majestic person. Okay, very majestic person. You may have a Sag sun. You may be a Sag sun, Gemini moon, or you could be a Gemini sun, Sag moon. Okay, now that's not just for those particular signs and placements, but I do feel like I'm speaking to, like I said, Sag sun, Gemini moon, or Gemini sun, Sag moon. Okay. Thank you, and show me more. Show me clearly. You left something. I told you. You walked away from something that was probably trying to make you choose it over you. And I feel like you've probably been dealing with this for a minute, whether it was a job, a behavior, a relationship, a person. You had been going back and forth in your own self about how you were going to get this thing, this person, this place, this behavior away from you. But you made a decision that you were not going to get it away from you. You were going to, listen, you walked away from it. And that's where your power came in. I think that's also, sometimes you see it in movies where, pretty much somebody does their big one. Somebody makes a really huge, good decision. And in movies, you see the person walking away and they're walking into their destiny. They're walking into their promised land, okay? Because you were strong enough, wise enough, and confident enough to walk away from something that many people around you probably thought you were never going to leave, okay? And again, place the energy where it belongs. I don't know if it's an addiction, a person, a place, a thing, a behavior, a pattern, okay? But you'll know if you are resonating with this message so far. Make sure you give me that thumbs up. But you'll know where to place this energy because only you know, what this means to you, because it's going to be something different for everybody. But I believe whatever it was, the results were transformational and powerful because you did walk away from something. Okay, Gemini, good for you, because this is the season where people are not very supported walking away from stuff, because the holiday seasons and just the fall winter season is just one of those seasons where people really dig down into, they kind of what's the word, they kind of clink on to things that they don't really necessarily need, because wintertime, fall time makes us move closer and we just hold on to our comforts a lot closer and a lot stronger than we do in the summer and spring times, right? So I believe that this was a struggle for you, because it was a comfort. It may have been an unhealthy comfort. It may have been a toxic comfort, but nevertheless, it was a comfort. But you channeled enough of your own higher energy to overturn it, okay? Because I'm talking to a high vibrational Gemini. I'm not talking to one who is unaware. I'm talking to a very aware, very in alignment, very balanced Gemini. Show me more. Show me clearly. What these cards want to keep popping out. Yeah, because you had been working on whatever this is. You had already been working on it. Okay, you had already been planning and assessing, because you knew that you needed a change in direction. So it was something that you did a while back, possibly in Gemini season, okay? You may have said something, okay? You planted some type of proverbial seed, a vibrational seed, okay? And you had been working on growing it, okay? And this could be representative of, okay, you knew you wanted to move, say you staying with someone and it was just no longer working, okay, but you didn't necessarily have the money at the time to move out. So I think you've been saving your money, you've been working on your credit, you've been doing things and putting stuff in order so what's happening now could happen. So this wasn't a fly-by-night situation. You had been strategically planning on your escape, okay? Strategically planning the leave, okay? And you feel very powerful. I know you do, because what you're saying to yourself is, I knew that this was going to happen. I made it happen. I planned it, okay? Because that's what the Seven of Pentacles is all about. Okay. And you reap the reward behind tending to whatever you've planted. Okay. And your reward is you left. So you got that place, right? You left. So you're single and you're happy and you're peaceful. Okay. You quit that job and started that business, or you quit that job and got another job. Something that was holding you back, holding you down, and that you felt was a comfort, even though you wanted to leave it. I think, again, comforts are not always, good. Sometimes comforts are crutches. Okay. But you threw those crutches down and you walked away from something, someplace, or someone. Okay. Yep. Show me more and show me clearly. In alignment, though. It's like you said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. And whatever you said, you're seeing it. Okay. You said, I need a change of direction. So let me assess my situation. Let me look at what I'm doing and let me plan accordingly. Then everything came into place for you, just like that with that Seven of Pentacles. Because now the Eight of Pentacles here, and which this lets me know that you were very diligent. But I had said that you were very dedicated. You knew you needed to get away from said thing, said person, said place. Okay, because I believe that it was tugging on your confidence. It was tugging on your strength. I didn't want to use the word weak, but I must. I'm being guided to use the word. Whatever this thing was that you needed to leave was playing on your weakness. It was making you weak, and it was playing on your weakness. And one thing about Gemini, because y'all are very fun, versatile people. You'll stay, you don't hold grudges. You're not mean-hearted, grudge-holding people. So even if you are around people, places, and things that test you and challenge you, you're not, what's the word? You're not attitudinal and temperamental people. So I think that you possibly stayed in this situation, even though the person, place, or thing had been testing you for a minute. It didn't test you to the point where you were just, some people get tested and can't take no more, so they just blow up. Well, that ain't what you did. You got tested, you got challenged. This person, place, or thing was picking with you, maybe sticking their finger in certain wounds, right? Just picking with weaknesses. So you just made a plan. You said, okay, I'm gonna go, but I ain't got nowhere to go right now. So let me plan where I'm going. Let me plan how I'm going to get there. Let me plan everything that I need to do. And you did. Okay. You were very detailed with what you did too. You didn't just up jump the boogie. You're not impulsive. I'm not speaking to, you probably don't have any Aries in you. You don't have any impulsive energy flowing through you. Your fire, if you happen to have Sag energy, because I told you that I sensed I could be speaking to a Gemini sun with a Sag moon. I do believe I'm talking to somebody who has Sag energy in them. So what you did was you planned your escape, or you planned your leave. It wasn't necessarily an escape, but I'm just saying that because it flows very well. You planned your escape, but you didn't escape. You made a pimp move. You left, but you didn't impulsively leave. You didn't just jump over the fence. You were very structured, very detailed. You got knowledge on what you needed to get knowledge on. You got shit in order. You got your shit together, and you made a move. Okay. Show me more and show me clearly. Gemini, this is a good thing. I don't care in what area this was. This was mighty. Because I don't know if you knew, you probably know now, hindsight, but I don't know if you knew at the time that it was tugging and pulling on your worth. Your self-worth was connected to this thing. Let me take that back. You did know that. You knew. Another thing that I see, though, it never stopped you from being joyful and what's the word when you stay positive about something? It's another word, but for the lack of a better word, I don't think that the place or the person, it's like you didn't talk about it a lot. You didn't do a lot of talking, and you didn't do a lot of complaining. if this is you who left a person, the person may didn't even know you were going to leave. It's like you did a quiet preparation. You made a sudden move that you had been planning for a minute. Once you got everything in order, your I's were dotted, your T's was crossed, you just left. And the person probably did not have a clue that that's what you were doing. And like I said, I'm saying person, but keep in mind, this could even been something that you did within thyself. Okay, you could have made a decision. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm done. So maybe you put yourself in. Okay, maybe you didn't go to a facility. Maybe you just told yourself, okay, I'm gonna break. I'm going to. Where maybe you used to drink 4 times a day, you cut it down to 2 times a day, then 1 time a day, then no more. It's like you had the strength and the power within to make whatever change that was needed. Now, some of you guys may have had to put yourself in some type of rehab, but even that shows strength. Even that shows that you have a lot of self-reliance. Okay, because you gotta be a very refined individual to say I need help and actually go put yourself in the place of help. A lot of people can't do that. So if that's where you were, if this was an addiction or some type of bad pattern, some type of cycle of negative toxic behavior, and you say I don't want to do this no more, I need help, and you put yourself in a facility that gave you that help or is giving you that help, either way you're still showing up as very powerful because you knew what you needed. It's not like you had to be forced there. Okay, you didn't have to. Nobody told you to do it. This is something that you did for thyself, Gemini. All right, so I can see, absolutely, Queen of Cups. Before I talk about this, I can see exactly why the Lovers card and the Emperor card came out. You took responsibility for something. You didn't blame anyone. You didn't use situations, to explain, or excuses. That's the word. You didn't use excuses. You took accountability and responsibility. You owned whatever this was. And I see it's a lot of power in owning one's flaws and faults or mishaps, right? It's a lot of power in it once you own your own shit. And that's what I'm seeing here, Gemini. You owned this thing. You said, nope, I'm not blaming nobody else for this. I'm going to take responsibility, and I'm going to make the necessary change, the necessary move, the necessary transformation that's needed. The Queen of Cups is showing me how I believe that this has put you back in alignment with something. See, you've been out of alignment. And I knew that. I think I said that earlier. You've been out of alignment. If this was about a relationship, you felt weak. You felt weak to it. That's normal. That's valid. It happens. That's what love does. And if it's toxic, it happens even stronger, even more intense. But you felt weak to something that moved you out of alignment with love. Not out of alignment with love for other people, out of alignment with love for thyself. And I feel like that's what made you say, no, I gotta go. Because now I'm compromising my own integrity. Now I'm compromising my own self-love. Now I'm compromising me. That's what made you make this transformation. That's what made you leave. You chose you. You chose you over another person. You chose you over a place. You chose you over a thing because you realized that you were leaking out self-love. Okay? Maybe this place, maybe that person had you doing stuff, or had you in the past doing things that You just didn't know, you didn't want to do it anymore. You no longer wanted to do those things. Okay? Whatever it is, place the energy where it belongs, because you realize that your self-worth was connected to it. Okay? It could have been just, because, again, place the energy where it belongs, but it could have been as simple as, maybe you were dating or married to someone, or the type of people you date, just always had you doing what they wanted you to do. It was always what they wanted. It was never what you wanted or what y'all wanted. It was always what they wanted. And many times, maybe whatever it was that they wanted to do, you didn't want to do it. But y'all are such easygoing people that you would go along with it. And that turned into this person being very selfish. So it was always about them. It was always what they wanted. And you just went along with it, kind of like a little puppet. And in the process, you lost yourself. You found yourself doing what they wanted you to do, wearing what they wanted you to wear, going where they wanted you to go, eating what they wanted you to eat. I mean, like, you lost sight of self. You may have lost complete control over you. Okay? You may have lost complete control over you. So you got to some point where you realized a major change had to be made. A major choice had to be made. Okay? All right, show me more for Gemini. Lost yourself. Lost yourself in another person's ideal of you, in another person's expectations of you. Okay? The Eight of Swords is all about confusion and powerlessness. That's all I've been talking about. I know I'm talking to some Geminis who felt exactly like this. Exactly like this. But one thing I still know is this is not the face that you showed to people on the outside. So everybody around you thought it was cool. Even the person that may have had you feeling this way probably thought you was cool with it, because you always kept the poker face. You always kept the, oh yeah, it's cool, I'll do it face. But in our reality, this is how you felt. I'm losing myself. I don't want to do this anymore. But you finally broke. You finally broke in and gave in and listened to your oversoul, listened to your higher self, and you made the transformation. You walked away from whatever it was that made you feel this way, okay? You walked away. You left it. You gave it no explanation. You quietly prepared, got all the details that you needed, was very diligent on the preparation, and you left. Now you feel back in alignment with yourself. I believe that you're currently at this very moment, while you're watching this reading, are doing things to help you get back in alignment with yourself. Whatever those things are. Okay, because it's going to be different. Everybody, does things differently to realign with self-love. But I feel like that's what you're doing, Gemini. You're back in alignment, or you're calling because it's current. I think this is ongoing. This doesn't feel like something that you've already did. This isn't past tense. This is currently happening right now. You're in the process of this happening. And it's liberating. I'm going to pull more cards, but I feel like a few of you it was hard for some of you, because doing this around the holidays was kind of hard, or is kind of hard, because maybe you've been doing what other people wanted you to do for so long that maybe you thought, well, it's the holidays, I'm going to wait until after Thanksgiving. Well, I'm going to wait until after Christmas to leave. I'm going to wait until after the new year. Some of y'all may be in the process of putting something off, and Spirit is saying, no, you need to leave now. Okay, you need to make that move now, because guess what? Staying and doing it after the holidays, you're doing nothing but really reconfirming the reason why you need to leave, because that means you're putting somebody else's needs in front of yours. Oh, well, she wants me to go to her mom's house because every year we go to her mom's house, and I don't want her mom and her family to think, well, see, now you're not You don't want them to think bad about you. So you're putting what they feel, what they think in front of you. Oh, well, we normally go to his grandparents' house because they cook and we have this tradition. But you know, you really don't want to go, but you don't want the family. You don't want people to question why you're not there. You know, so again, you're putting these holiday expectations in front of what your spirit is telling you to do. So some of y'all are going through that right now. You don't want to break up with the person because, or you don't want to leave because. So, you know, all I ask you to do, as you know, just as a channeler, is make sure you are questioning the questions. When those questions come up in your head, asking you, you know, well, why you want to leave now? Why can't you wait? Then you ask that question, well, why not now? Why would I wait? Because what, you know, regardless, you're not happy. You're just saving face because it's the holidays. So, you know, check in with yourself. Check in with yourself, Gemini. Okay. Oh, okay. So some of y'all are going to feel bad. You're crying. You feel like because it's the holidays, you don't want to be alone. You're crying over the spilled milk. You're crying over the fact that you put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, but you're not happy. You're not happy, Gemini. So now I'm hearing I feel like I'm talking to some Geminis that are in that woulda, shoulda, coulda phase or the what if phase. And hey, I'm not here to say do or not do. All I'm saying, all I can do is read the cards, right? But for those of you who are in this 5 of Cups energy, listen, would you rather stay in a situation that's causing you to lose you? Because either way, it's going to be a loss. You got the choice to choose what the loss is going to be. Are you going to continue to lose you? Or are you going to lose this and move on to something that's a little more in alignment with what you're looking for? Because this ain't what you want. You're only still there out of comfort. Remember what I said earlier? A lot of y'all are still in situations and stuck with people, places, and things and patterns and behaviors out of comfort. No matter how toxic it is, it's a toxic comfort. And the only reason you're still there is because of that. Or now, because again, up on those holidays and you're trying to save face. Either way, it's a loss. So you choose which one of the losses are going to be more easier for you to swallow. I feel like losing yourself, you're already stressed out with that. This is what you see when you look in the mirror. You tied up, wrapped up, tangled up in your thoughts because you know that you're not being real and being true to you. You know you're restricted. You know you confused. You know you powerless staying in this thing. So why would you regret leaving? Why would you go ahead and put your mind in that bereavement mindset? Oh, what if I miss her? What if I miss him? Or I'm gonna miss the family, her family, his family. I'm gonna miss if you want to stay. You know, there's one of them little sayings that I like to use though. Either, you know, shit or get off the pot, Gemini. Shit or get off the pot. I feel like you want to leave because you're ready to call your power back. I feel like you want to leave. You want to choose you because you want to feel in alignment with yourself again. Right now, you don't feel you. You don't feel you. You're not even able to channel that other side of you. All of you is caught up in all of this person or this place or this thing. You don't even have a part of you. Because every time that you do try to channel a part of you, it gets sucked back into whatever the expectations are that this person, place, or thing has on you. Even if it's an addiction. Okay? So place this energy where it belongs, good people. Okay? And if you're resonating with it, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm stopping because Spirit is telling me to pull some oracle cards. Just a second. Pull you some words from my oracle deck because we understand the problem, right? We see exactly what we see exactly what's going on. Okay, a transformation is taking place or is trying to take place. Something is trying to get you back in alignment with you, back in power. Something is just, there's some type of rebirth that's trying to happen, so you can get back in alignment with who you are, because you've been pulled so far from yourself, and it's hard for you to make a decision because again, other people are involved, and I believe their expectations on you is trying to override your own expectations of yourself. Okay, so let's pull a few cards and see what words we can find you that will help you, make it through this. Because I feel like this is something that maybe a few of you are having a hard time with. In the beginning, it felt easy. It was flowing easy. So I feel like quite a few of you, are agreeing with this reading, and that you have made the move. You are transforming, or you have transformed. Some of you, you've already made it past this and you're moving in this. Okay, you're the Queen of Cups. You working on, calling more of your love back to you. But some of y'all are stuck in this because of this. Okay, so Spirit, show me some oracle cards that would be helpful for Gemini. Ashe. Show me and show me clearly. Rigid. Yep. Immovable. And I believe your rigidity, because as you're not a fixed sign, Gemini, so you're not supposed to be rigid. You're supposed to be free-flowing, okay? But something's making you rigid. I believe your rigidity is because, or is due to, and I'm just going to call it out, you are with a controlling person. Or something is controlling you. Maybe I'm talking about a controlled substance. Something is controlling you that is making you rigid. And this is not you, Gemini. You're not rigid at all, on no level, none whatsoever. You are being controlled and operated by someone that's making you like this. Okay? All right, show me more and show me clearly. Give me another card. Gemini, if you don't wake up, somebody got you in a trance. Get up, Gemini, get up. Loyalty. And you know what? And you got 333 here, because this was the 30 card. This is the 33. So we're talking about you not being able to move in your entirety, you not being able to move in the fullness of your divine masculine energy or your divine feminine energy. If I'm talking to a man, then your masculine energy is being halted. If I'm talking to a woman, your feminine energy is being halted because someone's controlling you. Now you think that I think you thought this. I don't think that you think this now, but I know that in order for you to stay in a situation such as, you thought you were being loyal. You thought that this was a part of loyalty. You thought that, oh, well, I'm going to stay with this person, or I'm going to stay with this place. I'm going to stay with this thing because I'm loyal to it. But the loyalty, what you thought was loyalty was really codependency. Okay, it wasn't loyalty. Okay, the energy duped you. The energy that you were given that you thought was loyalty has betrayed you. This wasn't loyalty. This was a codependency, whether it was on a person, a place, or a thing. Whatever it is controlling you. And it's probably been playing in your mind. It's probably been playing with your mind. Earlier when I said that it's making you weak, or it makes you weak, or it made you weak, and it's been playing on your weakness, well, this is why. Okay? It's been making you think that how you operate with whatever this is, and how you allowed it to control you, made you they or it was making you think that that was you showing loyalty, and in our reality it wasn't. In our reality, it's codependency. It's codependency. I'm going to pull one more card. Yeah, forbidden. You listen. You know that you no longer need to be in this situation, and your oversoul, your higher self, your God self is trying to get you to close that chapter, close that book, put it up on the shelf, and never pull it back down. Matter of fact, it's forbidden. It no longer wants you to operate in this energy. You need to leave. You need to leave whatever that is. Because whatever it is has taken you so far from who you are and what you are that you are literally on a mission to find your way back to you. Okay, Gemini? So I'm going to wrap this reading up. Again, if you resonated with it, give me that thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. Thank you for watching this video. Namaste.